Hey, Lucas. How are you doing? Are you going to be working late again?
Yeah, I think so. Go ahead and eat without me.
Alright. Should I make you some for later? Or are you gonna eat at the office?
I'd rather eat at home. Do you mind making some for me too?
Sure. But really, you are working a lot of overtime lately. You seem pretty worn out lately. Are you sure you're not overworking yourself?
Yeah, I guess you're right. There's just been a lot going on.
Oh. I know we don't work in the same field, but I'm here for you if you want to talk about it. I'll help with whatever I can.
Thanks. But I'm okay.
Are you sure? You're sighing a lot lately. I'm a little worried about you. You're not your usual cheerful self.
Am I that gloomy lately?
Yeah, even I noticed. And you know I don't usually pick up on stuff like this. I think you're reading less too. Really, Lucas, you can tell me if you need help with something.
Thanks, Ella. You're so sweet.
You're my husband! Of course I'm here for you. You've always been the type to push yourself too hard and burn out. I know working in sales must be tough, having to deal with your stats every month. It's just a lot of stress to deal with.
I'm fine. Work is fun.
So it's not work? So you're stressed about something else?
No, it's not that. Even a job you like can get stressful at times, you know? It's been pretty hectic lately, that's all.
Oh, okay. I guess that's pretty normal.
Yeah, so don't worry about me too much. I'm just tired physically, and it's showing.
You think so? Well, if you say so. But remember that you can tell me if there's anything troubling you, okay?
Thanks, Ella. I know. You can tell me anything too, you know.
Yep. Thanks, hon. Alright, I'll see you soon. Take care and drive safe.
Hey, babe. You still awake?
Lucas? Yeah, I'm up. What's going on? Are you done with work?
I'm going to take a day off from work tomorrow.
Oh?
I have to attend a funeral.
A funeral? Did someone pass?
Yeah. She'd been sick for a while.
Oh. Is that why you've been depressed lately?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll get your black suit ready. So, who's the person who passed away? How did you know her?
She was a big part of my life.
Oh? Like a mentor? Should I go to the funeral with you? I still have some vacation days left.
No, that's okay. But I'm going to need your help.
What? What kind of help?
We have a new family member.
Huh? I don't understand what that means.
A kid. He's the son of the woman who passed.
What are you talking about? Why would he be coming to our house? He's not a relative of yours, right?
Actually, he's my son. His name is Caden.
Your son? I don't understand. So you were married before we met? You're divorced? Why didn't you tell me?
No. He's 3.
3? That means he was born after we got married. What the hell is going on?
I'm sorry, Ella. I was having an affair.
What?
The woman who passed was my lover. And I'm the only one that can take care of him.
Wait. This is way too sudden. You have a child with your lover? I think my head's going to explode.
I'm so sorry.
So what?
I know I'm asking a lot of you, but this is definitely my kid. It's not like I can abandon him. I'd really like to raise him.
Have you thought about how I feel? I didn't even know about the affair.
I thought you'd never find out. You'd never get hurt. I wanted to protect you from all this, but...
That's not the point.
I know, but...
So, who was this woman?
Her name was Ava. She's just someone who used to work at my company. It was really just a fling. I told her I didn't want to go through with the pregnancy, but she was set on having the baby. I was worried about what she'd do to you if I didn't acknowledge paternity. I did it for you, Ella.
You're a real piece of crap, you know that? You're the one that caused all this. Don't try to justify your actions.
I really was thinking of you. Ava could get... aggressive. I didn't want her going off on you. I was trying to protect you.
None of that is on me. You're saying you want to take care of this kid. Does he even know about you?
Yeah, he knows I'm his father.
So you've been seeing him regularly?
Ava made me. I didn't want to upset her. Who knew what she would do to you? I had to.
What's that supposed to mean? Stop talking like you're the victim here.
Are you mad at me?
I can't even explain how I'm feeling. So you've been deceiving me all this time.
I didn't mean to deceive you. You're the most important thing in the world to me. I just couldn't tell you.
You cheated on me and had a child with another woman. Your words mean nothing.
Please, Ella. I don't want to be without you. You're not his biological mother, but he's only 3. There's plenty of time to bond. I think you would make a great mother.
You have no right to choose for me. I can't give an answer right now.
Right. Sorry, I didn't mean to pressure you.
I need to think about it for a while.
Okay. I believe in you. I know you can overcome this. I hope we can put a positive face on this and get through it together. Hey, Ella, are you still working? Are you on lunch yet?
I'm on break. Why?
Are you ready to give me an answer? Do you think you can accept Caden moving in?
Okay. Go ahead and bring him home.
What? Really?
Yeah.
That's great. So it's going to be the 3 of us starting tomorrow. Ella, you're the best. You're a literal unicorn. I love you so much.
Huh? Oh, no. It'll still be 2 in the house. What are you talking about?
Huh? What do you mean, too? What about Caden? So you don't accept him after all?
No, I'm divorcing you. I'm moving out. You can live with your son on your own.
What? Divorce?
You were having an affair! That's a pretty good reason for divorce, don't you think?
Yeah, but the other woman died. So I'm not cheating on you anymore, right?
So what? I'm not upset with the other woman. I'm mad at you. I don't hate the woman who slept with a married man. I hate the married man that cheated on me.
Hate? Don't say that.
Being betrayed by the person you love is what's hurtful about an affair. I'm not going to get pissed at someone I don't even know. She didn't do anything to me. You did.
No, Ella, it's not like that. She's the one that seduced me.
It was consensual, right? Then you're the one that's responsible.
I get what you're saying, but men are weak like that. When we're tempted, we can't resist.
Not all men are like that. What a lame excuse.
Then what? I'm going to take care of Caden by myself?
I guess. That's what a parent does.
I can't do it on my own. It'd be better for Caden if he had a mother.
Then why don't you get remarried? Maybe someone would want to be his mother.
But I want to be with you, Ella.
I can't. I can't just suddenly accept a child into my life. Especially a child that's the result of your affair. I know it's not his fault, but I don't think I could love him. Either way, I can't be with you. You were cheating on me for over 3 years.
You can, Ella. You're smart and beautiful, and always think of what's best for everyone. You're down to earth and nurturing. I know you'd make an excellent mother.
I'm not worried about being a mother. I'm divorcing you because you had an affair. How many times do I have to explain this to you?
So you're saying you would have divorced me for having an affair, even if there wasn't a child?
I couldn't say. That's not what happened. I want a divorce. There's nothing else to it.
I really thought we could adopt Caden and start a family together.
You can't decide that for me.
Then what's going to happen to Caden?
You're his father. You wanted to raise him. It's not my problem.
I have to work. I don't even know how to raise a 3-year-old.
So you were planning on making me do everything all along? I have a job too, you know.
You could quit your job. I'm working. We can manage.
Are you serious? I'll never forgive you for having an affair. But I thought maybe there was still some good in you because you wanted to take responsibility and raise your son. I guess I was mistaken.
I'm trying to take responsibility. That's why I told you about the affair.
You just thought you couldn't hide it anymore. I'm moving out by the end of the week.
Just wait a second. Meet him once, please. Caden's really cute. I know you'll love him.
If you really think so, you should be a father to him. Take responsibility.
That's real cold of you, Ella. Rejecting a child like that. Caden didn't do anything wrong.
I didn't say he did anything wrong.
This could all work out perfectly if we could just be a family and live together. I guess being heartless like this is why you never got pregnant. God knows best. Ella, please come home. I can't do it. I can't raise a kid on my own.
You can't just abandon him because you're having a tough time. I want a divorce. Hurry up and sign the papers, Lucas.
I don't want to get a divorce.
Then I guess I have to take you to court. Fine. I'll contact my lawyer and get it started.
Ella, really, please come back. Caden hasn't even had a real meal. You know I can't cook.
You can find recipes online. No one starts out knowing how to cook. Make the effort, Lucas.
I really can't do housework. Remember that shepherd's pie you made before you left? You felt bad for Caden and made it for us. He says he wants to have that again.
Oh, okay. I'll send you the recipe.
I can't make it like you do. You cooking it makes it delicious, not the recipe. My parents cut me off. I've got no one else to count on.
We're getting divorced. I have nothing to do with you. Stop trying to depend on me.
You know, I haven't been able to go to work lately. At this rate, I might get fired. But I can't leave Caden alone, and I don't know how to find daycare for him.
You need to figure it out, Lucas.
I just can't do it on my own.
Then ask for help from your mistress's parents.
No way. They gave me hell at the funeral. I got so riled up, I took Caden and left. I haven't seen them since then, so I don't want to talk to them.
You should go apologize to them. For Caden. That's about the only thing you can do to be a father at this point.
You don't understand. Ava's parents are horrible people. They wouldn't even help out when Ava got sick. They were almost completely out of Ava's life, then started saying they're taking Caden.
I think they're justified. Any parent would be worried about their daughter giving birth to a married man's child. And knowing she was still seeing you, I can see how they would be critical. From their perspective, her getting sick was something like karma.
What? How can you say that? You don't know her parents.
Actually, I do know them. I went to go talk to them, and that's what they told me.
How? How did you find them?
I spoke to your boss and he gave me her information.
You're kidding.
I'm not kidding. That's how I met her parents. I knew you weren't going to be capable on your own. It's not Caden's fault he's in this mess. I was trying to find someone that could take him in a worst-case scenario.
Who the hell do you think you are? You're making me look bad.
Is that what you should be concerned with at this point? This is a child's life we're talking about. You're a father. Act like it.
But if you'd only come home, we could raise him and be a regular family.
You need to raise him, even if you're divorced. It's a lot of work being a single parent, but plenty of people in the world are managing to raise their kids on their own. Don't you want to make up for the 3 years you weren't with him?
I only saw him a few times a month.
Then why would you say you're going to raise him? He's not a pet. I wouldn't have done anything if you were the kind of person that could raise a child. But when I went back to the house to get my stuff, the place was a disaster. The house was covered in microwave burrito wrappers. You weren't even watching Caden. You hadn't even bathed him.
I can't do everything perfectly right away.
I know, but it was extreme. So I thought you could at least get some help from Ava's parents. When I met them, they told me you took Caden practically by force. You told them you have custody and you'd sue them if they tried anything.
They were ridiculing me.
You can't blame them for being unhappy with you. You got their daughter pregnant with no intention of marrying her.
I'm telling you, I was tricked.
Just stop. When are you going to stop making excuses about everything? You started all this. Face up to what you did and be responsible.
I'm no good without you, Ella.
You were no good when you were with me, Lucas. You're hopeless.
Don't say that. You said you'd always be here for me. Don't give up on me.
That's what I thought our wedding vows meant something. Besides, you said I was a cold, heartless person. Maybe you were right. I guess you were right about a lot of things. Everything happens for a reason. God knows best. After that, I discussed the situation with Caden's grandparents, and it was finally decided that they would raise him. Because I contacted Lucas's boss, word got out about his affair and secret child out of wedlock. The rumors spread like wildfire, making it difficult for Lucas to show his face at work. He ended up quitting his job and starting a new one. Of course, this is a given, but he is paying Ava's parents child support every month. So I'm glad he's fulfilling at least the minimum responsibilities as a father. And although Lucas dragged things out, our divorce was eventually finalized. I was given a little extra in the split thanks to clear evidence of his being unfaithful, and I got a little alimony to boot. He kept begging me to change my mind and tried to delay the process, but I had absolutely no feelings left for him whatsoever. At the time, I felt overwhelmed with everything and was worried about my irresponsible ex-husband taking care of a child. I do think it was a little underhanded of me to contact her parents directly, but I can't say I regret it. Thanks to that, Caden is living happily with his grandparents now. I couldn't believe Lucas managed to deceive me so completely for over 3 years. How could I be so naive? It's going to take time for me to heal and forgive myself. But I don't want to let Lucas's actions keep affecting me. Now, I'm living life to the fullest, trying new things every day, and enjoying every minute. I think the best revenge I can get on my cheating ex-husband is forgetting him and being happier than he could ever be. Hey, babe. Everything's finally finished. Man, that took a lot out of me.
You mean about your parents' inheritance? Yeah, it took a while, didn't it?
Right? Considering Mom's already gone, and there are no other children or family to contest anything. There was none of the typical trouble you always hear about inheritances. And yet it still managed to drag on forever.
I was thinking the same thing. Well, it's not like we really know anything about inheritances except what we've seen on TV. New things take a lot of time.
I just did what the lawyers told me to. Dad was sick for a long time. We were prepared for him to go, but still. We never really got around to the details of everything.
You and your dad had plenty of other stuff on your minds. At least it's finished now.
Yeah, you're right. I was completely swamped taking care of all this for all of January, it feels like.
I really wish I could have helped you out more. If only my business trip was just a little later. But it sounds like you took care of everything just fine.
I sure hope so. Although, if it turns out that I managed to mess even this up, I just know Dad is going to be rolling his eyes up in heaven and telling Mom that he told her so.
But everything is really finished now? There's no final paperwork or anything like that?
I really hope not. The insurance has already paid out. I'm pretty sure everything has been taken care of.
Good. Well, it sounds like you should be able to take it easy now. Time to get some rest.
Yeah, no kidding. Anyway, how are you doing? You're in a temporary apartment, right? How is it?
I guess it's growing on me. It's not terrible. At least there's no wife to boss me around all the time.
Hey, you love it. You better believe you'll be getting it with interest this weekend.
Oh god, I need to arrange some overtime. But seriously, it's pretty lonely being all by myself so suddenly. I'm even starting to miss your cooking.
Now that I don't believe for a second.
No, seriously, a bit. Anyway, have you decided what you're going to do with the inheritance money? What about some cooking classes?
Oh, nice job changing the topic.
Haha, I do my best. But seriously, you said everything is all finished, right? So, what are you going to do with all the money?
I haven't really decided for sure yet. Maybe just put it into a retirement fund or something?
Eh? Really? What for?
I mean, we're both doing all right in our careers right now. We don't have any kids. I don't feel like I'm really wanting for anything right now. So might as well just set it aside for when we really need it, I thought.
Seriously? You're not going to spend any of it at all?
Basically. It's nice to just have it in case something ever comes up. And if nothing ever does come up, we'll have an extra cushy retirement.
Sounds kind of boring though, doesn't it? Your father worked so hard his whole life to give that money to you. I don't know if the two of us could ever amass quite that much. Don't you think it'd be good to put it to some use and buy something we need?
Like what? I can't really think of anything that we really need is the thing.
I was thinking like a new car or something like that. What do you think?
A car? Do we really need a new car? They both still run just fine if you ask me.
Yeah, but I've put a lot of miles on mine already. And I was just looking at the new models the other day and they're looking pretty nice. Just seems like a good chance to upgrade, don't you think?
I really think you'll be okay with the current one. I'm actually really looking forward to the new light rail station being finished. I'd like to drive less, personally. Plus, you've got a rental car for now anyway, while they've got you out in Nebraska.
Yeah, but they've got a fully electric model out now. Think of all the money that we'd save on gas.
I mean, there are a lot of benefits in switching to electric. But still, we only really even use the cars for shopping and commuting these days. I really think we're fine with what we've got.
A bunch of my coworkers have been upgrading recently, though. I look like a caveman driving around in that gas guzzler. It's embarrassing.
Look, I know that your car is really important to you, and I think it's great you're thinking about the environment. But I don't think we need to bring the inheritance into it. Besides, I'd hardly call a hybrid a gas guzzler. We can't just be switching cars all the time so you can keep up with your coworkers. No amount of money is going to cover that kind of spending.
Ugh, really? I thought it was a good idea, though. You are planning on using the money someday, though, right? Why don't you just let me use a little too?
Not really, to be honest. Let's just let the money collect interest or dividends or whatever. Now, can we please just drop it?
Oh, come on. You really mean to say there's nothing you want to buy? Are you sure you aren't just planning to use the money in secret?
Yeah, I'm going to buy a secret yacht. Grow up. And yeah, there's nothing I can think of that I really want to buy right now, actually. If there was, I would definitely let you know before I bought it.
I wonder. You're not just holding out on me while you enjoy it all.
Okay, seriously, I'm getting tired of this. I'm going to invest the money and that's final. That's the last I want to hear about it, okay?
Yeah, I got it. No need to get so worked up. Just thought I would ask is all.
Well, you've asked. Now leave it be, okay? I know you'd just blow it all if it was up to you.
Well, that's why I always leave all the financial stuff up to you since we got married. I want a new car, a new suit, a new TV. I'm like a saint or something, always waiting so patiently despite these burning desires.
Yeah, the saint who had basically no finances to speak of before we got married. You weren't even able to save up for the wedding. I ended up paying for the whole thing out of pocket.
Yeah, I know. That's my bad. Can we not bring that up anymore, please? I've gotten a lot better since then.
I really wonder. You do an awful lot of grumbling, and it really makes me worry sometimes.
All right already, I said I get it. I'm not going to bring up the inheritance again, okay? My lips are zipped, and it's not like I can get access to it on my own. So can you get off my back?
All right, sorry. Let's just consider this settled then. And remember that we've got it to take care of us in case there's ever an emergency. And only then.
All right, got it. That's fine with me. It's your money, so you call the shots.
Hey, we need to talk.
I just got out of work and was just about to go get dinner. And I was planning to grab a few drinks tonight as well. Can we talk later?
No. I got a letter today from City Hall informing me that the divorce has been finalized. And when I went to look into it, they told me that you had come in personally to file the paperwork. Do you know anything about this?
Oh, wow. They send you a letter? I had no idea.
What is up with you? You actually did this? You want to get divorced so bad you forged my signature.
I didn't do it. I got Andrew to do your signature. Pretty good, right? Haha. And now we're no longer married. Just like that.
I'm honestly just confused right now more than anything. Why would you do something like that? And why would you and your dumb friend think you would get away with this? What did you think was going to happen?
Well, I mean, I certainly didn't think they were going to mail you a notice. That's for sure. But anyway, I guess we're through now, so it doesn't matter. Huh.
It still matters to me. Why did you do this? I never wanted to get a divorce. We never so much as talked about this.
Isn't it obvious? Did you think I was just going to let you keep all of that inheritance to yourself?
Huh? I'm confused. Like, I literally don't understand what you're talking about right now. What does the inheritance even have to do with this?
Wait, do you seriously not know how a divorce works? When people get divorced, they each get half of the money.
Of course I know about that. But what's your point here?
Wow, how are you seriously this dense? You made it very clear that no matter what I said, you weren't going to let me spend any of the inheritance. So I figured that if we got divorced, I would just get half of it anyway.
Are you being serious right now? Are you in a state of shock or something?
Don't get all angry just because you lost half of your inheritance. I kept my promise to the letter.
What promise?
I said my lips were zipped and I wouldn't bring up the inheritance again. So I put through the divorce paperwork without saying anything.
Well, I really hate to spoil your fun, but you're not getting any of the inheritance.
Oh yeah? Why wouldn't I?
In a divorce, marital property is usually split. But inheritances are considered separate property for a single spouse. So they aren't subject to that split. Did you do any research at all?
See, there it is. There's Riley using big words to try and confuse the situation. How many years have we been married now? You think I'm still going to fall for that kind of thing?
Well, I mean, I guess there's no harm in you just carrying on believing whatever you want. I'm not lying, but either way, it's no sweat off my back.
Okay then. Sure, honey. You're putting on a pretty good face considering how much you've lost here. But we're already divorced. There is no point.
Yeah, about that. You're sure you're happy with the way things are right now?
Yeah, duh. That's why I did it. I'll be talking with a lawyer soon, and you'll be hearing from him about my half of the estate. So you might want to start getting all the paperwork in order now.
Sure, got it. What do you want to do about the house? And what about all of your stuff? Do you want me to send it to you?
You would do that for me? Sure, that would be a big help. You're taking all of this pretty well, actually. I guess you've realized resistance would be futile.
Not really. It's just too much trouble to fight with you. Plus, it's harder for me to move out if all your crap is still in the house.
Hey now, don't pout just because you've lost some money. Half is still a pretty good amount after all. Try not to be so stingy in the future.
Sure, I'll remember that. Anyway, I took the day off tomorrow. I'll send all your stuff then.
And don't get all grumpy when you get the paperwork for the property split. It's just my legal right as your ex-husband.
Yeah, of course. I want everything to be fair and proper.
I'm so glad to hear you say that, Riley. Anyway, thanks for taking care of my stuff. Riley! Hey, I've been thinking, and why don't we actually cancel that divorce as soon as possible? What do you say?
But why? You're the one who decided to get divorced in the first place. Isn't it a little late in the game to be getting cold feet?
Well, I talked to the lawyer. It turns out you were right. He told me that I'm not actually entitled to any of your inheritance money.
Well, what do you know? So?
Well, since I filed for the divorce on my own and forced your signature, if you brought that up to the judge, you might be able to get the paperwork thrown out. So, what do you think? Let's stay married.
I get what you want, but I don't understand why you think I would ever do it. What possible benefit is there for me in doing something like that?
Didn't you say you didn't want to get divorced? I did what I did without talking to you. And you don't actually agree with what I did, right? So, petition the judge and get it cancelled, and we'll go back to how we were. We'll never mention this again.
I mean, yeah, you definitely did what you did without consulting me at all. But I'm not particularly bothered about the divorce itself right now.
What? But you said that you never wanted to get divorced, didn't you?
Yeah, originally. But if you ask me again now after I know about what you did and why, well, I'd say there's really no path forward for us as a couple. I don't really have any desire to get the divorce annulled and go back to being married to you.
Okay, hold on a second. Now I get what you're saying. But it really just doesn't work out that well for me.
Why not? This is what you wanted, isn't it? I didn't do anything here.
Yeah, I mean, you aren't technically wrong. But, like I said, I thought the inheritance was going to get split. So I already went and bought the new car.
Ah, that's too bad.
Yeah, it is too bad. I don't have enough money to pay it off with just a 50-50 split of our regular assets. So I need you to help me.
You're the one that spent money that you didn't have. Sounds like a big case of not my problem.
How can you say it isn't your problem? Don't assets and debt both get split during a divorce? You actually have to pay regardless, so you're the one with all the money now anyway. So pay up.
You bought the car after you filed the divorce, though. So that means it has nothing to do with me. And I don't have to pay squat.
Wait, seriously?
But like I said before, you can go ahead and just think whatever you want. It's no sweat off my back.
Riley, please. I'm in a lot of trouble if I can't get my hands on that money. My mom signed on as my guarantor for the car. She's not going to be happy if they start asking her for money.
None of this has anything to do with me. Why don't you try crying to your parents? That makes way more sense than crying to your ex-wife.
Well, the thing is, I still haven't told them about the divorce. They definitely have no idea that I filed the paperwork without telling you. If they knew, there's no way they would have signed the loan with me.
All you've done this whole time is talk about yourself and your problems. You haven't even thought to apologize to me.
It's not that I haven't thought about it. I'm just kind of pressed for time right now.
Oh, okay. You're just pressed for time. That makes me feel better. You might be the most selfish person that I've ever met. It's got to the point where I'm almost desensitized to it.
I know you're completely in your right to say that right now. I know I've been terrible on basically every level. Okay? I acknowledge that. So will you please cancel the divorce? Or at least help me with the loan?
Well, here's the thing. You're overlooking something really huge here. Don't you realize what it was that you did? Do you really think that this is the time to be crying about a car loan? You've got bigger fish to fry right now. Get your head in the game.
What do you mean? That's the most pressing issue right now. I know it doesn't seem like a big deal to you, but to me, it's like a matter of life and death.
Yeah, we've established I don't care about your car problem. But what I'm saying is that the divorce filing should probably be an even bigger concern for you as well.
Are you still going on about that right now? I'm pretty sure I already apologized about that.
Well, the thing is that it's not exactly something you can just apologize about and it goes away. Didn't you tell me your friend forged my signature?
Yeah, so what?
So you forged a government document. That's a crime. A federal crime, in fact.
What? Are you kidding me with this right now?
I'm very serious, I assure you. And I'll report you. Or you can agree to paying me a decent alimony in private to keep quiet.
Oh, you're going to blackmail me, are you? Get out of here.
I'm serious. I don't think you realize exactly how much trouble you're in quite yet. So whether we take care of this privately or in court is going to depend entirely on you and your attitude from this point on. What's it going to be?
How about neither? Do you really think I have any money to settle anything?
I think you must not understand your position still. Otherwise, I have no idea why you're still trying to bluster about like you have any control.
Because it's like this. All you have to do is annul the divorce. If you do that, everything is solved.
Selfish to the bitter end. You seriously have no idea what you're saying, do you?
Who's the selfish one here? From the very beginning, you were the one who wanted to hog the inheritance all to yourself. If it hadn't been for that, none of this would have happened. I know you're trying to pretend like everything is my fault now, but you started this. I think you're the one who has no idea what you're saying.
Oh, you think getting angry at me is going to help you at this stage? As expected. There's really no telling you anything, is there?
Well, if you understood so well, then hurry up and annul the divorce. Do that and everything can go back to the way it was. I don't know why you always have to drag all this stuff out forever, but it really grinds my gears. Just do it already.
Alright, that's it. I've had it. I'll send you some numbers later about what a fair alimony number might be.
What? You mean you're not going to cancel the divorce?
Even though we're divorced now, I guess I was still stupid to think that you could be reasoned with. As usual, it was a mistake to expect anything from you.
Please, I'm begging you. Look, if you still want to blame me for everything, then fine. I apologize. I'm going to rethink my whole life, okay? Just please, get the divorce annulled and give me the chance to fix everything.
Sorry, getting back together with someone who would divorce me for money is just not an option. Anyway, you should be happy. You hated being married to me, apparently. You wanted to divorce me so bad that you went behind my back and filed for divorce illegally. Well, smile, Harry. You're getting what you wanted. After that, I left the divorce as it was, of course. I couldn't really blackmail Harry to keep quiet about the forgery, but I let the threat hang over him. Saddled with that and his new car loan, Harry had no choice but to go running to his parents for help. His parents were appalled when they learned what happened. They apologized on his behalf, and then they actually promised to offer me a settlement if I would keep quiet. His parents seemed genuinely sorry, and I always liked them, so I agreed to their request. True to their word, they transferred the money right away. They even paid off that silly car, even though it's way out of Harry's price range, and are making him pay them back everything. Now that Harry was with that kind of debt, even if it is just to his parents, I can only hope that he is going to have a pretty difficult time of things for a while. I, on the other hand, am doing fine. I used a bit of my inheritance to move to a new place. I invested the rest as safely as possible, just like I originally intended, and am saving it for a time when I might really need it in the future. Now, free of Harry and the extra housework and hassle that came packaged with him, I'm completely free to focus on my work and enjoy being single.